Hey everybody, welcome back to Flag/Fan Friday. Hope you liked the Wakanda Rwanda episode. By the way, we got brand new Blood of Those Who Fight for the Freedom t-shirts. Get them at geographynow.com or anything else you want on the website at geographynow.com. It's my merch, I can promote it. Anywho, as you know, there's the part where we talk about the things that didn't quite make it into the video. Now, although Hutus and Tutsis are generally the same people, geneticists have actually concluded that Tutsis may or may not have around 10% more Nilotic genes than Hutus on average, but that's just about it. Now, we did mention that Rwanda did have a former monarchy. However, after it was deposed, the monarch was actually exiled to the US, and later on he announced that his nephew would be the successor to the throne. And although the royal family doesn't actually have any authority over Rwanda, they and their loyal followers do actually do humanitarian work, as posted on the Royal House of Rwanda website. In 2015, Rwanda was actually the first country to use drones to distribute medical supplies and blood to rural communities that were not easily accessible by road. I also wanted to talk about the political system of imihigo, kind of like a transparency contract for politicians. This kind of gives the people leverage of accountability over their leaders. Interesting fact I forgot to mention, somewhere around 10 to 11% of the country is actually Seventh-day Adventist. And finally, one thing we didn't have enough time to mention, the survivors of the genocide and their families, otherwise known as the Abechitse Kwichimu, which means those that survived the spear, the government actually gives them subsidized living and social benefits. All right, that's just about it. So now, the flag. So without further ado... it was really fun filming Rwanda. I actually really wanted Edmund to be in the episode, like the studio filmed part of it, but he was working during the daytime, and we always film during the daytime, so he could only come at nighttime in my office right here. But either way, I got him in the video. Cheers for Edmund. Anyway, to the flag. The flag has 3 bands, the larger blue one on top, with the green and yellow ones on the bottom. The blue represents happiness and peace, the yellow band represents economic development, and the green band symbolizes the hope and prosperity of the nation. The golden sun has 24 rays and represents the enlightenment of the nation. The sun was positioned on the upper right side as a means to show more prominently while waving in the air. Now, keep in mind, prior to this, they had quite a few other flags. Under the kingdom years, they had this flag, but it was too close to looking like the flag of Guinea, so they just added an R. Prior to that, they were colonized by the Belgians, and prior to that, the Germans, so they had those flags. Pretty simple. And speaking of simple, the national seal. The seal of Rwanda contains elements that pertain to the tribal culture of the people. You have a stem of sorghum and a branch of coffee, as well as the traditional abaseke basket that we talked about in the episode, which is surmounted on a cogwheel, the sun and its rays above it all. On the sides are 2 typical Rwandan shields, and everything is encircled by a square knot at the bottom. The text on the top banner reads the Republic of Rwanda, and the bottom reads Unity, Work, and Patriotism. Prior to this, from 1962 to 2001, they actually had this coat of arms. And prior to that, they actually had the Kingdom of Rwanda coat of arms. And prior to that, under the Belgians, they had the coat of arms of Rwanda Urundi. It was like one country at the same time. See, it's very simple. Like with Rwanda, you get what you see. Cool. So that's just about it. So now you know what time it is. It's time for Geography Fan Mail time. All right, we are back. And as you know, we always need a guest star. So today's guest star is going to be Mr. Noah.
I'm great, Paul. How are you? How are your holidays?
I am great, and my holidays were great as well. So, Noah, you've done this many times. As you know, we always start off with postcards.
All right, here we have a postcard. Great Chiefs of the American West. This postcard is sent to us from Spencer. He's from North Carolina.
Really, I think I'm going to put this in the U.S. episode, something like this, because we really got to highlight the native community in our country. Australia, and his name is Borger? He lives in Norway, but he visited Australia. Man, my nails are...
You had to get those done, boy. Hello, geography lovers. Greetings from Paul from Melbourne, Australia.
Melbourne.
Been watching the show since the China episode. This card is from Torquay Resort. Take a look. It's in a book, The Reading Rainbow.
Oh my gosh, that takes me back. This is from Luca, the Immigration Museum. Oh, he says the Qatar episode was funny because the Steve Irwin impression of Caleb was good as new. Woo! Luca is a fan of Caleb.
I gotta say, this card has a special place in my heart. It says, hi, Noah.
That's for Noah.
But it says, as a fellow Iowan, my first GM postcard has to go to you. But he says, go Hawks. His alma mater. Can we bleep out the Hawks part? I'm just killing Billy. I'm just kidding.
There's a rivalry.
Kidding Billy. I'm just kidding Billy. But he says, go Cyclones, which is where I went to college, and Caleb as well. Now, a funny story, I did a report on Hawaii back when I was in second grade. Did not go so well. But
I can't. I'm trying to picture what second grade Noah would look like. Now we got this card from Ron, who did a kibbutz program in Israel. I'm guessing you're Israeli or you're Jewish. And yeah, this is from Tel Aviv.
I love cake. All right, cupcakes, cake. cookies.
Didn't you have like bacon wraps at your wedding, Caleb, or something? You had like
I wish.
you had like the most Midwest. You had like chicken nuggets at your wedding or something. What did you have?
Caleb did have non-ad-free Spotify at his wedding. We were all on the dance floor dancing. I was like, this ad brought to you by Walmart. That's hilarious.
I remember that. That was amazing.
Right, that's where I met you.
Yeah, that's how I met
met
you.
you at. I met you.
We met each other at Caleb's wedding.
Caleb, you're responsible for this. I've got a postcard here from just, hey Paul, we are Luca, Fabian, Philip, and Michael from Germany. It said they are currently visiting the lovely little Liechtenstein.
Little Liechtenstein. And now let's do letters and packages. My name is Ralph. Just took a week-long trip to many picturesque sites in Guatemala. This is the national bird, and of course he sends, Guatemalan currency.
Says my name is, I'm getting right, Ahmad. Lebanese Brazilian. Said his uncle found these postcards here in Lebanon.
Old postcards from the 60s and 70s. It folds
But
down.
these is kind of pretty neat.
This person says, hi to all the Geography peeps, Geography Now, Paul, Hannah, Keith, Jason, Art, Caleb, Noah, and others. They even added Jason. Interesting. Yeah, you know, guys, send stuff to Jason if you want. He's a cool guy. I am from Uzbekistan, where I was born, and he served in the Uzbek Air Force from 2002 to 2007. I would love to contribute to the Uzbekistan episode. Jakhon, Jakhon. I don't know how to pronounce that in Uzbek. But anyway, please contact me for the Uzbekistan episode. I would definitely love your help.
It says, Dear Geography, my name is Adam, and I was born in Russia.
Dear Geography.
It does. Some Russian coins are in here, and some Azerbaijan coin. How do you say it?
Azerbaijan.
Belrus banknote, and a bunch of coins.
Oh yeah, you got calluses too.
do.
Let's just show our calluses.
Oh, no, it's gross.
We gotta be gross together. There we go.
It's not good.
We lift weights, guys.
So if you're gonna lift, you don't want calluses, wear gloves.
But
I don't wear gloves.
But real men don't wear gloves.
I've never done a hard day's work in my life. So
Harrison went on a joint distribution committee, humanitarian group, many countries in Africa, and one of them was Rwanda. He sends this Rwandan banknote.
This says, hi Barbs, I'm Sebastian from up in the Bay Area. I've been following your channel since the Belarus episode. We started collecting goofy postcards for you since a trip up to the Pacific Northwest.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. This is a post-alley gum wall in Seattle.
pretty sure that's how the coronavirus started.
California Fixer-Upper, yours for only $9.99.95.
Sebastian, thank you.
Lucy and Alex are Ukrainian people, and they sent this really cool book, Awesome Ukraine, and interesting things you need to know. And really love your show. Believe you're doing a great job. This book, Awesome Ukraine, is probably the best brief glance at modern Ukraine that we can think of. There's a big Ukrainian community living in Marina del Rey. You know what, Alex and Lucy, you live in my city. Maybe we should meet up sometime.
I have a postcard from Mohammed here, originally from Singapore. This could be a fridge magnet, multiracial Singapore. What's that building called, Paul? The one that's featured on here that has like the boat on top.
Oh, Marina Bay Sands. It says right there, Marina Bay Sands.
Bag of noodles with the interesting looking Cookie Monster type of guy on there.
That's a rip-off Cookie Monster. Instead of cookies, he eats noodles. Hey Barbs, how are you guys? Call me Ishmael. That's my real name. Reference to Moby Dick. I'm a bit of a traveler myself, and he's Sudanese Australian. He was born in the heart of Nubia. So there you have it, a true Kushite. He sends, of course, the Sudanese flag, magnet, and a keychain that says, I love Sudan.
Oh, Aiden. Thank you, Aiden. Geography Now is without a doubt their favorite YouTube channel. They are sending us some Venezuelan Bolivares.
Oh, okay.
The old version, they say.
Ooh, these are definitely Venezuelan.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's real.
To Paul and the crew of Geography Now, here's some Chinese New Year items for you and the crew. The upcoming year will be the year of the rat. Wish you and the crew a healthy new year. Josie.
Yeah, so the Chinese or the East Asian zodiac, every year is a different animal, and it rotates every 12 years. This is so cool. Look at this, like a porcelain beaded thing, and it has all the animals of the zodiac. I want to stay forever young. I don't want to ever grow up. Very young. I want to be forever young.
Maybe we can dance and stay for a while.
Josie, you're awesome, and thank you for putting both New York and China in the spotlight.
Did you know there was live action TMNT show done in the mid-90s? The show crossed over with Power Rangers.
Yeah, that's
in
right.
Space, and the Turtles went to the moon and fought the Power Rangers, and then they all teamed up at the end to fight the bad guys. In that show, the Power Rangers had vehicles. It was called a Galaxy Glider, and they could ride it through space. But the Turtles rode them through space, I believe, without any helmets or anything, right?
What? That was the 90s. This is from Vasily from Kazakhstan. And bubble wrap. Dude,
That looks pretty
whoa.
cool. Wow.
The Geography Now logo.
That's fantastic.
And on the side, Kazakhstan. Apparently it says slide down. Slide down. Kazakhstan chocolate! Wow. Dear Paul and the entire Geography Now crew, we are Vasily and Madi, two former colleagues from Almaty, started up a business, they're good friends. Vasily is actually ethnically Korean and third-generation immigrant in Kazakhstan. Starting in the 1850s, many Korean refugees fled from poverty. Yeah, there's a lot of Koreans in Kazakhstan, I noticed that. Madi is an ethnic Kazakh from western Kazakhstan, and his grandfather was mobilized in the Red Army and was a veteran of the Winter War with Finland. Please keep being creative and producing great videos. Vasily and Madi, this is honestly one of the coolest things I've ever seen. You put the logo on it. To Paul and the Geography Now team from Madi and Vasily, Almaty, Kazakhstan. All right, so that's just about it. And before we end, we always mention the winner of the Geogra Do Challenge. We challenge you to do something good for the world and make it a better place in any way possible. And today's winner is going to be James from South Africa. He volunteers at a local school in Cape Town that has no government assistance and lacks certain facilities, teaching kids, preparing meals, and lessons. Thank you, James. You rock. Thank you for helping out those kids in South Africa. And with that being said, we are just about done. Noah, anything you want to say to the Geography Now community?
You know what? Yes. Thank you so much for your fan mail. You guys are awesome, you Geography peeps. Thank you so much for watching our channel. You guys like audio dramas. I'm part of an audio drama called The Far Meridian. I play a character on there. Also provide narration for it as well. So if you want to listen to a fun sci-fi-esque audio drama, check out The Far Meridian.
How come we never promoted that before?
I don't know. Maybe we didn't think about it. I don't know.
You never even mentioned it. You've been doing it for years.
But
thank you, Noah. And thank you for everybody sending in stuff, putting your hometowns and countries and whatever on display. You've just been flagged. Stay cool. Stay tuned.